In the vast halls of Olympus, the mighty gods ruled over mortals, shaping the world with their whims and tempers. Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, these are the names that have stood the test of time. But what are those whose stories faded into obscurity? What are the gods whose names were once worshipped, whose powers rivaled even the great Olympians, yet whose myths have been forgotten? Time is merciless, eroding stories like waves against ancient stone. Some gods were abandoned, their temples left to crumble. Others were cast aside, their legacy stolen by new rulers of Olympus. But myths never truly die. They wait, buried in dust and shadows, waiting to be rediscovered. Tonight, we will journey into these lost tales, uncovering the myths that history left behind. From tragic love stories to divine betrayals, from gods who vanished into darkness to those who defied the will of Olympus itself. These are the forgotten stories of the Greek gods. Every night, as the mortal world sleeps, a goddess rides across the sky, her silver chariot pulled by luminous white horses. She is Selene, goddess of the moon, a deity of quiet beauty and eternal longing. But beneath the glow of her celestial power lies a tale of sorrow and unfulfilled love. A tale of a man named Endymion, a mortal shepherd whose beauty was said to rival the gods themselves. Selene, in her divine solitude, watched over him as he lay under the open sky, his form bathed in her silver light. And in time, she fell deeply, irrevocably in love. Yet love between a goddess and a mortal is fraught with suffering. Selene knew that one day, Endymion would age and wither, his mortal body succumbing to time while she remained unchanged, an eternal wanderer of the night. She could not bear to lose him. And so, she went to Zeus, the king of the gods, with a desperate plea. Grant him immortality. O King of Olympus, let him remain beside me, forever unchanged, so that my nights will no longer be lonely. Zeus, ever the cunning ruler, considered her words, but he did not give Selene the gift she wished for. Instead, he placed a curse upon Endymion, an eternal sleep, neither alive nor dead. He would never age, never awaken, but remain frozen in time. And so, each night, Selene visits him, watching over his sleeping form, whispering words of love he will never hear. The goddess of moon, forever in love with a man trapped in an unending dream. Thus, her sorrow lingers in the night sky, in the pale glow of the moon. And perhaps, when we look up at the stars, we, too, can feel the ache of a love that will never be fulfilled. In the heart of every legend lies a force that balances the scales of power, a force that punishes the arrogant, the cruel, the unworthy. That force is Nemesis, the goddess of divine retribution. Unlike Athena, who represents wisdom, or Ares, who craves war, Nemesis is neither merciful nor bloodthirsty. She is justice itself, cold and unwavering. It was she who watched as kings grew vain, as heroes forgot their humility, and it was she who delivered their downfall. One such tale tells of Narcissus, a man whose beauty was so great that no one could resist him, yet he loved only himself, rejecting all who adored him with scornful arrogance. Nemesis saw his cruelty and wove his fate with her own hands. She led him to a crystal-clear pool, where he first saw his own reflection. And in that moment, Narcissus fell in love, not with a person, but with his own image. He could not look away, could not move. transfixed by his own beauty. Days passed, then weeks, yet he remained, gazing at himself until his body withered, his soul consumed by vanity. In the end, all that remained was a single flower, a narcissus, growing beside the water's edge. Thus, Nemesis ensures that no mortal, no god, no being escapes the consequences of their arrogance. To defy the balance of the world is to invite her wrath. And so, our journey into the world of myths comes to a pause for now. But this is only the beginning. The tales of the gods are vast, their stories filled with secrets yet to be unveiled. What happened next? What truths lie hidden in the shadows of time? The answers await in part 2. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Myth Sanctum. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next chapter in this legendary tale. The gods are watching, and so should you. Until next time, stay curious, stay mythical,